Today I am sharing an awesome setup with another fellow neighbor down the road who has a stunning off-grid setup. And today I wanted to show you guys a different way of gardening. Now you all know we use the Back to Eden garden, but this guy has a spectacular site, and I'm just panning over here. We don't just to have recycled tires, but we have these really cool recyclable refrigerator freezers. And I'm just going to pan over here real quick. Today my husband was here helping him set up his composting pile. So the guy is very resourceful. He's got goats, he's got chickens. He got some sawdust the other day at the local mill. He's got some beautiful, what is that, hun? That's cow manure from the lady up the road. So, you know, this is what it's like to live off the grid and homestead and be self-sufficient. But I am going to have him take us on this tour of his garden and kind of explain. You know, my question is, how did you get started or come up with this idea with these refrigerators?
Well, that's a perfectly good question. We had, the first time we were planted, the gophers came in and we left for a week and we came back and everything was gone.
Oh,
so
boy.
I said I needed a raised bed. And they charge money for raised bed, but they give them free at the dump. And
yes.
So this is what it is.
We love the recycling center. So you guys probably made a lot of trips hauling all these recyclable freezers and refrigerators, but how would you fill them up? Now if somebody is interested in doing a raised bed like this, what do you just throw dirt in there? Is that what you do?
The answer is you can do different things. If you have enough dirt, that would be the ideal situation.
Okay.
On a hugelculture plan, we put some trees that will on the bottom 2/3 of it, and then we put soil on top.
Okay.
Theoretically, the trees are going to break down and add to the compost, be kind of a natural source of nutrients, and the water will stay in the trees and break it down.
Okay.
So, and then we do the straw and the fertilizer and the
I see the tops of your bed. You have, I see you got the black, what is this? This black stuff.
This is like a black weed fabric, and we're experimenting different things. We have this. We've had the black plastic and also just the straw.
Okay.
I think the straw is actually the way to go because as it decomposes, like Ruth Stout would say, underneath here, that's where all the good stuff is. That's that prime, beautiful soil is.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, I like that. So right now, are you adding anything extra, any compost, any fertilizer? Because you've got great growth.
I don't think there's any secret. It's the Lord that gives it. The Lord He is not a secret. In fact, everybody should know Him. But what we're doing is we're taking worm compost and making a worm tea and pouring that on there. Taking the Epsom salts, making a solution, and pouring and putting that on there twice a month, and that seems to be helping.
That is awesome. Now, did you start your a lot of these from seeds? Did you direct sow? So you've got some great leaf lettuce. You've got, what is this? This is a different type of lettuce.
I think it's called Simpson lettuce.
You've got your kale here. So how much did you start from seed, and how much did you direct sow then? And then how much did you buy? Just so people at home know, you know, what are the options out there? Can you direct sow in these refrigerators?
The answer is yes. Certain things grow better. The cold crops you can direct sow.
Okay.
My wife started their seedlings out, and then after she got them up to a certain stage, we put them out at the appropriate time. But the peas can go directly into the ground, as the onions, those are the things we can do. We've actually experimented with this asparagus here.
Yeah, look at this.
And that looks like that's going to take off.
And how old is this asparagus that you have here?
This is the second year.
It's the second year. Okay. And what is this over here? You got? Are these your cabbages?
Yeah, those are the late Dutch cabbage.
Okay.
And this is more or less by default. It's a square foot gardening method.
Okay.
And we are experimental, just like you are.
Yeah.
It's a learning process.
Yes, we're always learning.
Ask me in 5 years what I did right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to walk through just real quickly here. We got a different variety of peas. Looks like you got your red onions. You've got, what type of the white onions are you using up here? Are these Walla Wallas?
You know, I don't know.
Okay.
I can't say, sorry.
All right, no, that's all right, but boy, it just looks phenomenal. And then with your water source, just out of curiosity, because people know that we have a spring up at our place, are you lucky enough to have a well over here off the grid?
Yes, we are. We hit the Bonanza well.
Okay.
It is a 20 gallon a minute plus well, and we pump it up to the hill and it's gravity down, and
Okay.
it's we work off the solar grid over there, and
Okay.
it's so we're off grid and very blessed to have good power and good water.
Yeah.
The key to everything is water.
Yes, 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 it is. All right, well, God bless you, and thank you for sharing this awesome setup. We appreciate the tour, and hopefully this will give you guys a different idea of off-grid gardening. There's a lot of concepts out there, and this one is pretty darn successful on this off-grid homestead. All right, God bless you guys.